What up, y'all? This is exactly how I built a seven-figure insurance agency at the age of 23 without spending a single dollar on paid recruitment, fancy funnels, paid ads, recruitment leads, paying for names and numbers, etc. This is exactly how I built a seven-figure insurance agency in less than 1 year. Here's the biggest thing that agents are struggling with when building a team and trying to produce on their own pen is a lot of them feel like they can't keep high volume because they have to lower it to start recruiting, or they're starting to recruit a lot more and lower the volume by accident. They feel like they can't do both. So the best example I give my team and my agents that I taught myself was when I was a little kid. For me to eat my dessert, I had to eat my dinner and all my veggies. It's the same exact thing in insurance. You must eat your dinner before you can eat your dessert. Your dinner is working your 9 to 5 in insurance, making your sales, making your dials, etc. And then you can do recruiting after you hit your bare minimum numbers and you're satisfied with what you're doing. So you must eat your dinner first to eat your dessert. Most agents don't scale in the beginning or at all because they feel like they need a perfect setup, the perfect marketing campaign, the perfect team to help them. They need enough money in the bank to even start paying for leads or ads or recruitment, fancy landing pages, fancy funnels, whatever else you guys want to say that you need. And the truth is you need none of that. You just need to be able to put in the work ethic that I'm going to teach you in this to actually put it to use. Here are the top things that I actually did to start building the agency for free, $0. First thing we've all probably heard of is I sent cold DMs every single day, and I still do it to this day. So during that time frame, I was always sending cold DMs while I was dialing and the phone was ringing. So I had a second screen pulled up, or I had my computer, iPad, whatever it is, and I would be logged in on Instagram, sending cold DMs on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So I didn't use any other social media platform myself personally. So I use the top 3 that I actually use. And I would just send cold DMs to anybody who was in insurance, not in insurance, light sales, not in sales, whatever it was, whether they just followed me, whether they were my followers. I just sent cold DMs to anybody I could, like 50 times a day. And I didn't take away from my production time while doing it, because when I was dialing, actually, I would literally send it. So the phone was ringing, I would be logged in sending it. When somebody picked up, I looked right at the lead. It was right there on my screen. I don't get distracted. So if you can multitask that, it takes it away. And I did it at a decent time frame, because for me, I did that because I didn't want to send DMs when I was done my day at 9, 10 o'clock and it's already late and I can't respond in time. Or I didn't want to send them super early in the morning and they lose it. I like to send them like mid-morning, mid-afternoon. It's top of their DM list, and it's times that I'm working and they can see it and respond to me, and I can keep responding while dialing. So for me, it was very simple. Hey, bro, I see you're in sales, or hey, are you interested in an opportunity to make 400 grand a year? Basically, all I did. Yeah, what's up? Let me hear more. I didn't send my calendar link to them to tell them book here, talk on the phone for 15 minutes. Simply how I did that in cold direct messages. The second thing that I did, at first it started by accident, and then I started doing it on purpose, was every time I went to a restaurant, I would speak to the server, the valet, the busboy, the waitress, whatever they are, the host, about doing sales. So I used to not dress up too nice every time I went to a restaurant. Then I started dressing a little bit nicer on purpose because people would pay attention to that kind of stuff. And so I would just talk to them about sales and what I do for work and what they do. And it would naturally lead to conversations and naturally lead to them leaving me their phone number to contact them. Eventually, because I live about an hour away from the bigger cities, so I don't have a lot of valet people here, a lot of like big cities around me. It's about an hour away. I would purposely drive to that area or purposely work out in that area just to go to the dinners, whether I was even eating dinner for real or just walking around the area, to talk to the valet people. When they came and got my car, I would just speak to them. And I did this when I was barely making money in insurance. I was always just trying to recruit and sell not the dream, but talking to them about the opportunity that they can actually bring, whether I was doing it or the person above it was making $1 million a year. I didn't care. I just seen the opportunity and I showed them the opportunity, which sparked more conversations. So I would literally drive and do valet for people on purpose. Go to dinner or not go to dinner. If you go to dinner once a month with your wife and kids or whatever it is, great opportunity to speak to everybody. I also liked Topgolf. So every time I went to Topgolf, I learned that a lot of people at Topgolf have actually thought about doing sales, or are getting into sales, or in college and don't mind doing on the side as a part-time job in the beginning, and they will replace it with the Topgolf hours. I've learned that because a lot of door-to-door salespeople came from like Topgolf. So every time I played Topgolf now, I always sparked the conversation. And for me, the simple convo was simply, hey bro, have you ever thought doing sales before? Hey bro, what do you do for work? Is this all you do for work? You have another job. How does it pay? I just started conversations like that in the beginning, which kept the conversation going, which got me more names and phone numbers. So literally, I just got names and phone numbers from people, but I would just ask for it. I just simply say, hey, bro, what's your number? Let's connect and see what we can do. Literally, all I did is set up interviews like that. So it was those two things off the beginning were simply free. The third thing that I did, and this one takes some looking up to actually learn it, is if you guys ever notice when you guys get a license, when you were either brand new license or if you bought a license in a new state, you get a lot of cold calls somehow out of the blue who are calling you to try to join the team or sell you something. At some point, it clicked in my brain, like, how are all of these people getting my number? Like, are they paying for a list? What are they doing to get my name and number knowing I just got licensed in this state or just got brand new license? So from that point, I did my own research to figure out for free how you can see people, find people, names, numbers, etc., who are actually already licensed, just got licensed, been licensed for 5 years, etc. And then I would actually export it and send a code emails out to them. So I would send code emails out to everybody who was already licensed. I took the time to figure out how can I find this information for free and not actually pay for it. That was a big thing that boosted me up, and that automatically, because I included my Calendly link in there, I was getting auto booked on my appointment at least 3 to 5 a week from that alone. Not a lot, but I also, depending on if it's free, it's easy. If you mix all 3 of those steps in, I mean, your calendar is booked up for 20 to 30 interviews a week. And the way you schedule that without taking time away from your production is you do it after hours. You do it if you're driving during your drive time. You do it whenever you have a free chance. People will take interviews at 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. I've done interviews for all those times, especially if they're in a different time zone or so are you, and you do the emo way. It's 6 o'clock their time, but 9 o'clock your time, depending on however it works. And it works. So you do stuff like this. This will bring you free agents that actually do it. The biggest tip of advice I can give when you are actually recruiting these people, even though you are cold reaching out to them, in my brain, I always remember they need me more than I need them. So I said no to a lot more people than I said yes to. I didn't want to bring in everybody who breathes, because you can have 50 to 100 people to crack you 100K a month, or you could have 5 to 8 people who are killers to crack you 100K a month. You just need to depend on who you want to work with. So I had a list of people I wanted on my team and people I didn't want on my team. So I would structure my interview to actually ask questions of things I did not want on my team. And depending on their answers, if I didn't want to work with them because they didn't answer it a way that I liked, I just didn't work with them. So I only worked with people who are willing to put in the effort and actually work. Whether your thing is I only want to hire part-time people. I only want to hire full-time people. I only want to hire people who are buying leads. Whatever it is, you make that up. And then when you interview people, you ask them questions to lead to those answers. And if you don't like them, you don't simply work with them. At the end of the day, I had to trick myself to believe this, and it's actually true. Even though I cold DM'd, they responded to me. Even though I cold emailed, they responded to me. Even though I cold reached out to my warm market, they eventually responded to me and booked the interview, which I didn't force them to do. So at the end of the day, they need a better opportunity and they need me, and I don't need them because I write enough business on my own pen to actually not need them. So I wasn't hungry for anything that actually breathes. And this helped me a lot more to hire a small group of people who them alone produce 100K a month on their own pens. And then if you mix in part-time with that, you do even more. So it just depends on how you want to structure your agency to be built, and you need to figure that out. So some extra things that I did as well, even though I don't have a big following on social media, the people who follow me already before I joined insurance, every time I had a good week, a good month, or it was always consistent for me, I would always take a screenshot of the leaderboard that I had and posted it. When I didn't have a leaderboard at one time, I would literally go on Canva and create me a banner that said my name and $20,000 for the month or $5,000 for the week. And I'll just post that on my Instagram. And I wasn't posting any content on Instagram at all. I still did this and got people to swipe up. And I just put, if you're looking for a new opportunity, swipe up and hit me up. Then eventually I would create an interview link that they would apply for. I would call them. But in the beginning, Lily just posted my sales on Instagram and said swipe up if you want to learn more how. And I wasn't posting content at all, literally just stories. Eventually, just started recently, I just started posting content almost every other day, every day, to get more people intrigued and bring more random people my way. And all of this is free, whether it's just you dialing and booking appointments, whether you're showing them how you make a sell and how much you just made, whether you just talk about insurance. Everything I'm mentioning is free. I didn't boost anything. I didn't post any ads. I didn't do anything. Everything I was doing has been completely free. It just costed me my time that I did during my non-dinner time. So my dessert time is when I did it. So if I was making content while dialing, I didn't focus on the content. I focused on dialing, and I just happened to record it, me doing it. I got so busy to the fact where I forgot I was recording while dialing, which is a good thing you want to be at. You don't want to focus on the content. Right now, you are not a content creator. You're an insurance salesperson. Sell insurance. Eat your dinner first, and then post the content after. Edit the content late at night. You may lose some sleep from it. These are how you're going to do it for free. If you can't afford leads, marketing, funnels, etc., these are the simple steps to actually get you start going, at least 7 figures, crack 100K a month while doing it for free and focusing on your dinner. These are the exact 4 steps that I did. Very simple way to get people in the door. And once you learn down how to actually interview people, you will start killing it, and all you need is a few hires. Literally, if you hire 5 or 10 people, you can crack 100K, including your own production, a month, and already be on the way to a 7-figure insurance agency in the beginning. So this is just the basic level of what I did. It's not me going to deep detail. If you guys actually want me to go to deep detail, you want to learn more and how I did it, and I can just show you step by step what I did, there will be a link down below that you can apply to join my team. We can go over everything and figure out what you're struggling with and how to actually grow the team. If you're a brand new agent, or you're just looking to get started in insurance, you happen to watch this video, click the link below to apply. We'll set up a quick little opportunity meeting, 15 minutes max, see if you're a good fit for the team, and we'll go from there. All right, y'all. Peace.